Hi there, my name is Steve Gerhardt and this is the Otaku Observer. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching the video. I always appreciate it that you do. I wasn't actually going to make a video this week. I was just going to do kind of like another GIF attack or something from Genshin or something else and throw it up there. Because I'm actually have a really busy weekend. I just got done with inventory. Now I'm just going to go to the Eastern Shore for those of you that don't know that's the other side of the Chesapeake Bay. But I just happened to have enough time to watch an OVA from Sentai, and it was very interesting, and I think it's worth talking a little bit about. And it's called Coffee Samurai, or Watashi no Coffee Samurai. And so yeah, let's talk a little bit about that. All right, Coffee Samurai, or Watashi no Coffee Samurai. So this little anime, like I said, this little OVA, it's only about 27 minutes long. I had gone to Beyond Video, which is the video store in my city that still rents out DVDs and things. You can even get your VHS tapes there if you would like. Anyway, the link for that will be down below. So anyway, Coffee Samurai is distributed by Sentai. So if you know Sentai, you know it's Houston-based. I think it's from the AD company, and they pretty much what they do is kind of redistribute Japanese anime and Asian animations, kind of redub them from time to time for American markets. So you kind of get some unique stuff from Sentai Filmworks every now and again. This happens to be one of those things. There's actually another OVA on the DVD that I will watch later, but today I just happened to have enough time to watch this one anime and talk about it. So, given that we know that Sentai pretty much pulls from everything to deliver to us here in America, you'll notice the first thing is that, oh, this looks like it's Korean animation. And it is. So it's very much Korean animation, which means that for Koreans, it's good. For those who are just anime enthusiasts, it's not quite the level of maybe what you're used to. So just keep that in mind. The animation is not subpar, but it is Korean animation. They are getting better though. They make some really good stuff, and you can tell in this OVA. Where they spent the money. There's some little bit of computer generated kind of stuff going on there. So this definitely had a little bit of a budget behind it. The story is pretty simple. So basically it starts off with an actual samurai from Japan in the Sentoku period, the Warring States period, and he talks about how he wants to be the master of swords, and he's this great swordsman, and he gets into this fight and he loses, and as a result he dies. And as he dies, he goes, well, I wish that in my next life I will have a body of iron. And so he reincarnates as a coffee vending machine in Seoul, Korea. So this isn't like what we're used to, the vending machine kind of isekai anime that we watch from Japan, where he's just trapped inside this metal case, right? No, he can actually move around. Like he doesn't have to be plugged in all the time. He can actually, where the part that says coffee can change, and you'll see his elongated face, and he gets little stubby arms and little stubby legs, and he's able to move around. And he does that quite often. He moves around a little bit and he goes from place to place to place. And at night, though, he transforms into an actual human being form. And he is able to call his mystical blade, Chonglong, or something like that. And he calls it, and he does battle with other Ronin, samurai, other kinds of warriors who also have been reincarnated as vending machines, or, as we come to find out, playground things. I don't want to give it away. So at night he does these battles, and he likes cats, that kind of a thing. He befriends a cat. And one night, this young lady, this girl who is living over a kind of a noodle shop, she's lonely. Okay, she's very lonely, a lonely young lady. And one night she gets really drunk, and she's walking around, stumbling around, and she's like, "Rrr." and he in his vending machine form with the stubby legs, arms and legs, comes out, and he's just like, I don't know what to do, and he just pauses in the middle of the street and turns back into a vending machine in the middle of the street. Well, she's drunk, finds a cart, actually throws his vending machine ass into the cart and takes him to her apartment and puts him on her bed, and she falls, passes out, falls asleep. And she wakes up and she goes, yeah, somebody dumped a vending machine in my bed. This young lady is not the brightest tool in the shed. Anyway, so the story goes along with them as that relationship is going on, and then of course there's an element of danger because there's these other vending machines, other playground things, warriors that come to life, and all this kind of stuff, and there are battles, and he has to reconcile himself being a warrior and actually developing a nice little relationship with this lonely young lady. So, yeah, that's the story. I don't want to spoil it for you in case you want to watch it. You can find it on DVDs. I think it's not hard to find online. I think that most streaming services you can probably find it. I haven't bothered to see if it's on Crunchyroll or not. But yeah, like I said, I got this on a DVD. And you can actually, if you type out Coffee Samurai in the Google machine, it comes up pretty instantly. So it's not an unknown thing that people are just like, oh, what is this? Never heard of this before. So should you watch it? If you never see this in your life, that's okay. Like I said before, the animation is Korean animation, so it's not, and it was done in 2009. I should mention. So the Korean animation of today is a lot different, a lot better than it was back then, and it's kind of weird saying back then because 2009 doesn't seem that far back to me, but it is. Anyway, so it's a fun little story. It's just an OVA. It's not meant to go anywhere. There's not going to be any franchise out on this. It's just a fun little, almost like a student project, like a really good student project that was submitted to a, I don't know, anime festival or something. I have no idea, but it's just at that level of good enough that I think you would enjoy it. But if you don't go out of your way to try and find it, I'm sure you can find it on YouTube or some other places. Like I said, it's really not unknown. So yes, so Coffee Samurai, Watashi no Coffee Samurai, Sentai Filmworks, you can find it through them. Give it a watch if you want to. This is definitely one of those things where if you're like in between, binging anime or in between big franchises, and you've just ended one series and you're about to start another one, but you just kind of need that palate cleanser, this is a nice thing to watch. So yes, give it a try if you would like to. So that's it for this week. A short little review. Just wanted to off the cuff. Just happens out of the blue sometimes. So anyway, there it is, Coffee Samurai. Watch it if you would like, and if you don't worry if you never get to it. It's perfectly fine. But yeah, that's going to be it for this week. I have no idea what's on the docket for next week's video. I've got no idea. This has been a whirlwind of a week for me. Some good stuff, some bad stuff, and I'm kind of glad that it's ending. The week is ending. So yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to be watching or doing. My compatriots that I normally hang out with, John and Brent, if you know us from when we used to do the anime archaeology, they're actually at this very moment, looking at the date and the clock here, they should be in Tokyo right now. I was supposed to go with them, but life. So I don't get to go. Anyway, so they should be on the start of their big adventure in Tokyo. I can't wait to hear and see pictures. I've actually given them some money to get me some stuff, some swag that you can only get in Japan. So let's see what they get me. So anyway, so normally I kind of do things with them, and that helps me with the channel here, but since they're going to be gone for the next 2 weeks, I don't know. What do I do? Do I watch another kaiju movie? Am I going to do another anime? There is another OVA on that DVD. Maybe, just maybe, I don't know, maybe a watch party, pick a movie and go over to SciTube and just invite people and just say, hey, come on over. or maybe do something live on the channel. I've yet to do that, so who knows? We shall see. If I do decide to do a watch party next week, or a live, just come on and just, if anybody else wants to be around, and ask me questions or whatever, just talk. I will let you know in the Anime Archaeology Discord. So if you're not already a member there, please go over there. Brent usually runs it. He is, of course, in Japan. But go ahead and go over there, and I will post what you need to know if I decide to do that. Okay, I'm kind of rambling, I realize, so I'm just going to cut this short. Stay well, be good, and love you guys, and I'll see you next time.